I'd like to call to order to the regular Park District meeting dated 18 April to order. Eric, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Pye?
Here.
Commissioner Brown? Here. Commissioner Rivers? Commissioner McGarrah?
Here.
President Hartman?
Here. If I could ask everybody to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay. I'll need a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the Personnel and Finance Subcommittee as well as the regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners dated March 21st, 2019.
I second that.
I have a second. Any questions? Eric, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrah?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Aye. Okay. Next thing I will need a motion to approve the agenda. We have any anything different tonight, Marilyn, on the agenda?
No.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I make a motion that we approve the agenda as presented.
I second that.
I have a second. Any questions? Eric, please read the roll call.
Commissioner McGarrah?
Aye.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Aye. All right, any commissioners' comments? Anybody have anything?
Yes, I got one. I played Shepherd last week. The burn looked nice. That was up on deal was, but the grass is really coming in feeling good.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Good.
All right. Anything from the attorney, Marilyn?
No.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve unpaid bills.
I make a motion that we approve the total unpaid bills of $106,449.88. The total paid bills of $251,901.63 for a March grand total of $350,351.51.
I second that.
I have a second. Any questions? Eric, please read the roll call.
Commissioner McGarrah?
Aye.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Aye. Well, one thing I forgot, Marilyn, we have an executive, we're having an executive session. Okay. All right, director's report.
Just wanted to update you on the facility assessment project. John Bosman is now doing the leisure center, and so I think after he completes that assessment and has that ready to go, I'll have him come in and meet with the board and give a presentation on where we're at so far and what we have left to do. I haven't had him come in because we've just been trying to get through the process. But this will finish most of our major facilities, so I think it'd be a good time for you guys to hear from him directly. So as soon as we have that done, then probably in the next couple of months, I'll have him come in. So I wanted to let you know that. And then I handed out this 2019 NRPA Agency Performance Review. So we do participate in this, so we are one of the agencies that participate, and there's some benchmarks and things that we utilize in here, and I just wanted to share that with you. I think it would be really behoove you to, look through it, kind of, if you have questions, we can answer them. We have data that we participate with this, and so I just want to make sure everybody had that opportunity to review that. The other thing is the land donation at 173 and Lewis Avenue. We had a closing last Friday with our attorney and their attorney and representatives of the LLC that donated that to us. So we are completed with that process. The only thing that was in that contract is if he did not get the tax relief that he was looking for as part of the donation, that there is a rescission clause in there. So we won't be doing anything until we know for sure that that whole thing is finished. But the closing really should be the end of it, and we should be able to move forward. So that's really a great asset. We're going to hold off until the auditors come to put that on our assets, to add it to our assets, just making sure that there isn't any issues that come up from it. But we should know that very soon if there is one. So that was exciting to get
And
that
it went very
completed.
well, too.
Yeah, get that completed, and, you know, it's exciting to think about, you know, that's one of the possibilities that we have moving forward is, you know, making some kind of development there so that people can utilize that and make it part of the park system. Think of park names, that's gonna be exciting to figure out something for that, so lots of positive thinking moving forward on that. So I want to share that with you. I think that's all that I had to add from my written report, unless anybody has any questions.
Anybody have anything?
I guess just on that gypsy moth, so there was only two spots, right? Do you,
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that
Oh, okay.
further down the agenda, so.
Oh,
we can-
gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we can,
yeah.
Okay, next is the approval of the 2019 and 20 budget.
right, so I didn't make you all do paperwork again. I'm just gonna run through areas that we have made adjustments in the budgets, and then this is the summary sheet, so we can make a vote on that. On the property tax, when we got back our response from the county about our levy, there was a couple adjustments that we made, very minor. We were, how close, it was
3,000 or something.
like $3,000, so we just had to make some minor adjustments, so that was really good. The EAV came in pretty close to what we had anticipated, so really nothing major there. The one thing that we did not have in the general budget specifically, and I think in the rec budget, was grant revenue. So we had put in our match in our expenditures for the grants, but really we needed to put that revenue in the budget also. So we added $200,000 to the grant revenue in the general budget, and that is for the grant that we're still hoping to get for the recreational trail project. I don't think we'll find out about that until in the fall. So that was one change that we added on revenue side, and we had already put the expenditures on the expense side, but just needed to add that in there. So again, making sure that on the expense side, the grant expenditures matched that, what we were getting for grant dollars and then what our match was, okay? We didn't change any dollar amounts in the materials for park improvements, but we did make some line item changes. So we reallocated some line items to different line items just to make them clearer and easier to track, especially, that was one of the grant things was, we have to track all that, and if we have them in individual line items specifically for the grant, it makes it easier to pull that out when we have to present it to the grantee, or to the grant maker. So we made a couple of changes there, but it wasn't any dollars. Recreation, again, the grant revenue for the coastal management grant, that's $40,000 that we didn't have in there. We added that, and then we added the expenditures on the expenditure side, and made a minor adjustment to the property taxes based on the levy, similar to the general budget. We have made some adjustments in building maintenance wages full-time. One of our part-time employees, we have decided to offer a full-time position. we had a position that was open, and he's a very good employee and we don't want to lose. So we made some adjustments in the maintenance department to reflect that. Generally, most of those wages would then come out of part-time wages. We would fill that bucket there. So it wasn't a lot of additional dollars that we put in here, but there was some. And the other thing was that we are looking at doing a maintenance contract for this building for weekends. It's a difficult position to fill, someone part-time to work just weekends in here. And so we're looking at a maintenance contract with Service Master starting the start of this fiscal year. So we added that into this budget also. And I think that, and again, that'll come out of part-time wages that we won't be paying someone to work for the park district. We'll just be paying a contracted agency. And Todd did the numbers, and it really works out very well for us. And as long as we get a good service, and you know, with a contracted company, if they don't do a good service, we'll look for someone else. If you hire people, that's a much more difficult situation. You know, if they don't show up and they call them.
So is this from Friday to Sunday?
It's from just for
Saturday
Saturday
and
and Sunday. So we'll have our staff cover all the weekday stuff. And actually, some of the outdoor maintenance staff are available if we have a special project or something. It'll just be for cleaning.
Okay.
So we're busy, you know, during the winter months. The weekends are very busy. We need to have somebody here on Saturday evening to clean up from Saturday, and then Sunday to clean up from Sunday, and then the rest of the time the staff will be taking care of it. So I think it really will be a win-win for us.
All right.
It's a good time to try it before we get into this whole minimum wage thing where it's going up and up and up, and see if it really works the way that we're thinking it's going to work.
Okay.
So we added that into that recreation budget. We are partnering with the library to offer another special event this summer in August, a Latino festival at the band shell, and we did not have budgeted any dollars budgeted, so we matched what the library was going to put into it, which is $1,500, and it's going to be a first time thing, but hopefully it's a partnership that we can move forward on, and we thought it was really worthwhile and wanted to put some budget money towards it, so that was an addition that we added in the recreation budget. We adjusted the museum property tax just very little. Police ranger, we tried to up that as much as we could with the very limited dollars that we had to move in the levy. The paving and lighting went up just a little bit also. The audit fund had a slight increase. We made an adjustment for the property tax for IMRF and FICA, or did we just separate that? Is that what we?
No,
is that what
we made an
had?
adjustment
We
for
made
it.
an adjustment for that too.
Dollars.
Yeah, down a touch. Public liability decreased a little bit. The special rec tax went up slightly, right? In the construction fund, we did not get the funding from National Fish and Wildlife. I think I told you guys that last month, that they already told us we weren't gonna get that grant. And so we had some money earmarked in here for Shiloh Center improvement, and that Shiloh Center project really has to be a singular project, and it's $480,000. So we took that money out for that, and we actually left the same amount in, but we're going to hopefully be able to find some kind of a solution for the maintenance facility. Whether it's, you know, I think you guys know I really don't want to put money into that building. I'd rather figure something out other than that. So we just left that $275,000 in there to work on a solution over the course of this year for what we're gonna do for maintenance. And I think that's just a good idea, because if we have to move, or if we have to, whatever we have to do, it's gonna take some dollars to do that. So that's what we earmarked that money for, since we knew that grant was not gonna happen. I think that was the last change that we had. So we end up with the 2019-2020 budgeted revenues of $7,362,065. Budgeted expenditures, $7,689,905. So our net surplus, or net deficit that we're budgeting is negative $327,840. And those are dollars that we have in cash that we're spending down. We're spending down IMRF again, but that's why it's a negative number. So it's not that we're in the hole at the end of this budget. We're just spending down cash that we have. And so that's the final that for your approval.
All right. So I'll go ahead and entertain a motion to approve the budget summary for 2019-20.
So moved.
I second
Have a second. Any questions? Eric, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
Commissioner Magera?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Aye. All right, the bid for the pool, Marilyn.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hand those out, I have those. So we were very happy to get the bid dollar amount. We only got one bid on the project. We were rushing this because we did not get the approval, the permit from the Illinois Department of Public Health until
The week of the pre-bid meeting, which was last week.
right. So we had already started the process and advertised in the paper that we were bidding this, and because there's deadlines that we have to follow for that. So we got one bid. I know the one thing that Terry Staples told me was that he really liked this guy at the pre-bid meeting. He asked a lot of questions. He seemed very on top of the situation. So that's a good recommendation, I think, somebody who was there and really paying attention. And the bid is very good. It's $134,750. In our previous discussions about the pool and the dollars that we approved to spend, we actually had about $135,000 as our projected dollar amount for the filtration system.
That was it.
This includes the filtration system and the heater. So this is a really good bid. I'm really happy. I hope this company is as good as we anticipate that they will be, and our recommendation is that we go with this bid. And the only caveat that they put in their bid, which is reasonable as far as I'm concerned, is that it's about 4 weeks on getting the heater, and it could be 6 to 8 on the filter. Well, 6 to 8 is gonna, worst case scenario that Kay and I looked at is that we might have to open a couple weeks after our opening day that we have projected out. So we've done some changes to our programming schedule over there to adjust for that. The first session of lessons we're gonna just take out completely, and we're gonna adjust the other lessons to shorter time periods. So hopefully there won't be disruption of any of the programming now that we know these numbers. And that's really the worst case scenario. Maybe we'll be able to get open on the day that we wanted to, but
And maybe the weather will be a little bit nicer if it's, delayed a little bit too.
Yeah,
right.
it's always cool.
So we really tried to prepare for this, but, and I think that that's a reasonable situation that these guys are in. We're trying to push this through quickly this spring, and we're just gonna have to deal with the fact that the manufacturing of those components is a time thing that's gonna take some time. So our recommendation is that we take this bid and we move forward.
All right, I'll make a recommendation, we approve the bid 1810200 Alpha.
I'll make a motion to approve bid number 1810200A, pool filter system and pool heater project. The bid results of Maverick Pools for $134,750.
I second.
Have a second, any questions? Eric, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Aye. All right, the GFOA certificate.
Yes, that's just it. We
Certification,
received
rather, sorry,
the
certification.
Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting once again for a comprehensive annual financial report for the fiscal year ended April 30th, 2018 from the Government Finance Officers Association. So congratulations to Eric and to Deb, who's not here tonight, but appreciate their hard work. And, I think that this is a testament to our organization and that we want to be transparent and fiscally responsible to the taxpayers of our community, and this tells them that they can feel confident in that. So
All
we're
right.
going to take a picture, but let's just do that.
Doing that
at the end.
later?
Yeah.
Oh, at the end?
Yes,
Okay.
let's do it at the end.
All right, great job, Eric.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent.
This is
Thanks.
really good.
Yeah.
And this is how many?
How many in a row? It's a good question.
A lot.
I want to say about 25 or so, 20, 25.
Oh,
so.
yeah, I think it's at least 25.
Wow. Yeah, great job.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. I know Debbie wishes she could be here too, but she's babysitting some grandkids tonight. And
Should we,
That's
she does a
part-
lot of work when the
that's
auditors are
priority.
here as well. So.
should we wait next month? Maybe she can meet.
Yeah, I would, that'd be a good,
month.
that's a good idea, is to wait.
Yeah, that's okay with me. We'll wait.
Because
put it in
then
the
Carol
paper.
and then Debbie will both be here,
Yeah.
we can get that's a good point.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
let's do that.
All right, I won't put it on the agenda again, but I'll put it on a
Right.
reminder for me that
Yeah,
we're
we'll
gonna
just
do
do the
that.
picture then. And we can even do it after the meeting.
Or before.
Or before, yeah,
Yeah,
whichever.
we could do it in before the meeting.
Before.
So
She
she,
can just
she,
hop in and go. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay, good idea.
good. All right, next one is the Gypsy Moth.
Yeah, so we've been working with Hendrickson Flying Service for several years. I'm not really sure how many. For the gypsy moths in the oak forest that's in Shiloh Park, trying to save those trees. And we have, there are some areas that we have seen the gypsy moths still in there, so we need to do another application this year. Well, two, actually, they do two. So, yeah, it is mainly because that's where most of the forest is. That's why those two
Oh, okay.
areas are marked out. That's where most of the trees are. So they really try and target it very specifically to where the trees are when they're doing that from, but they do it from a helicopter, so, right? Is it a helicopter or a plane?
Helicopter.
Yeah, I thought it was a helicopter. So I think that we should move forward with continuing to try to save that forest because if we don't do anything, I think it really could have a big impact on the trees.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the Gypsy Moth.
I make a motion that we approve the 2019 Gypsy Moth Control application awarded to Hendrickson Flying Service for a total cost of $4,176.
I'll second that.
I have a second. Any questions? Eric, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett?
Aye.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Sorry, I interrupted.
That's okay.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay,
Did we vote on
next
the
one,
budget?
the budget was approved.
I think we talked about it. I
Yes.
just don't
Cheryl
remember.
made a motion.
Yeah, she made a motion on
Okay.
it.
And I second it.
Okay, next one is the easement agreement with the city.
So, I would like to propose that we request that the city give us an easement for the north, basically the north half of Edina Trail. When we were doing that RTP grant, we had to investigate whether we owned that property or not. On the north part of that trail, we don't own. So we took that out of the grant because you can only ask for money for the part that you do. But we would like to create this, or request that the city give us an easement so that that property is accessible by us. And that if we want to continue to do work there, that we can do that because we have it documented that we have that easement to make the repairs to that part of the trail. That would, we would probably not be able to get a grant to do that, but we could, and I'm not even sure if we have an easement to it, if that would work on that grant. I'm thinking it won't, but we still will want to complete that part of the trail at some point, so this is really cleaning that up. So we have to make a request to the city, so I wanted you guys to be comfortable that that's the request we're gonna do. So we had it surveyed by a professional survey
What
company.
were we talking about? So,
We're talking about from,
17.
yeah, 17th Street on Edina Bike Trail.
yeah,
Okay, so that is an old roadway that actually was a road in the in the original maps of Zion. That was, what's the name of that road? Do you remember?
Hillside.
No, Hillside was part of it, but the part way up north. was-
Eli.
Eli, yes, it was Eli Avenue, and so that is still a road right of way in the city, so that's city property. And so I'm surprised when they built this that they didn't do this, but I could not find it anywhere that there was an easement or a granting of that property to the park district.
can't believe that.
The easement is the easiest way for us to do this, to the benefit of the city and the park district.
Do you foresee an issue, or do you think?
No, I don't think so, but
You never know.
it's their choice. It'll just go to the city council once we've made the request.
Now, is
So-
this gonna go before or after the change of,
I don't know, how many meetings are there any meetings
I
left?
think May 7th is when they actually do the swearing in.
That's when, and that's the next meeting, right?
Yeah, okay, all right, just checking.
The question that I have on this is, obviously you've done the research and the survey. Is there anything, at the county level that would show that, obviously we've done improvements to this in the past as far as the park district? Is there anything?
That
at
was
the
probably a
county-
handshake between the city and the park district, I would say,
Okay.
previously. So now it's just a different environment, right? People are moving on, there's been change within the city, there's been change within the park district,
Dot the i's,
moving
cross the t's.
forward. Yeah, moving forward, you don't wanna leave somebody with something that is a problem.
No.
And since we're aware of it, I mean, as we become aware of stuff like this, I mean, I would have thought that was all park district property. I never would have questioned that, except that I had to do the research for this grant. So let's clean it up now while we know
While we
that that's a,
All right, anybody else have any questions? All right, I will make a motion to approve the easement agreement.
I'll make a motion to approve the easement agreement with the city of Zion for Edina Bike Trail.
I have a second.
I second.
I have a second. Any questions? Eric, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Megara,
Aye.
President Hartman.
Aye. All right, resolution 864.
so this, we talked about this at the finance meeting. This is for the final $100,000 transfer from the recreation fund to the general fund. for its whole lifetime. It's over. That we made that final balance sheet
And I
cleanup.
still have the money.
And then also a $15,000 transfer from general fund to ranger fund to fund the 2 capital items. One is radios, which we need to ensure communication with the new setup of the dispatch in Gurnee. And the other was for tasers that the department would like to incorporate into their.
All right,
A less lethal
Their
option.
training, their,
Yeah, they're
In use of force, you have verbal persuasion, you have hands-on controls, you have pepper spray or tasers, batons, and then more lethal force, such as a firearm or whatever, a vehicle. So this gives the officers an additional tool for them to use to, where it might not justify, deadly force, but they need additional force to stop whatever the threat is. So it gives them an additional tool.
okay. I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 864.
I make a motion that we approve Resolution 864, a resolution authorizing the transfer of funds of the Zion Park District from the Recreation Fund to the General Fund in the amount of $100,000, and from the General Fund to the Ranger Fund for $15,000.
I second
I
that.
have a second. Any questions? Eric, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Magera,
aye.
Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
President Hartman.
Aye. Okay. We'll now go into executive session. Anything else?